Hey there, Darkstar here. We are on leg 67, which after this one there's only 10 more to go before we get back to our origin. Today we're going from Belém to Georgetown. So we're still in South America. Georgetown is Guyana's capital. I am looking forward to being down to the last 10. I don't understand why they have people out here walking around, but they haven't managed to get them to do what they're supposed to. I don't know if they don't know where the wingtips are or whatever, but somebody should be walking the wingtip. And, like, this person's doing okay, I guess. You got your batons? No, this person has no batons. I'm gonna remember to get the cabin lights on, not that we need them today. With our Wi-Fi signal, apparently. 7,000, that's right. 8 seats. One, two, three, four, five. Emergency lights, batteries, e-gas. Seatbelt lights on, nav lights on, avionics on. Position a knit on both sides and start our alignment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably be somewhere around there. We'll get that dialed in. SkyOp Citation 750 Delta X-ray. We'd like to get our VIP transport going to Sierra, Yankee, Charlie, Juliet. And we have nobody on SkyOps because apparently I can't click the app. There we go. SkyOp Citation 750 Delta X-ray. We'd like to pick up a VIP transport going to Sierra, Yankee, Charlie, Juliet.
Give me a minute, let me see what we've got. I'll get back to you in a minute or two.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, SkyOp. It's a good thing you radioed. We got a very late booking that needs to get in the air fast. Your VIP is a renowned fashion designer headed to a runway show at Sierra Yankee Charlie Juliet. They're traveling with an assistant, and are eager for a smooth, stylish flight. We're sending your crew over now. You can expect to be airborne in a few minutes. Last mission you flew was for a music industry executive. Let's make this one just as smooth.
Okay, pick up the ATIS.
ITY10. Scattered at 3,500. Broken at 10,000. Temperature 27, dew point 24. QNH1014. Transition level 50. GPS interference testing in progress. Expect possible disruptions.
Good afternoon, Captain.
On initial
We're just loading the
contact, you
luggage
have
and securing the
information
passengers. I'll let you know when we are secure and ready.
Valdecan/Julio Cesar Rivero International Airport. Information.
Is everybody on board and ready to go?
Dark, me old pal. Everyone's buckled up and ready to go, just like a leprechaun on a pot of gold.
You say so. Ground Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Can we get our IFR clearance to Sierra Yankee Charlie Juliet?
Romeo Charlie Golf taxi to runway 7 at your discretion.
Taxi to runway 7, Romeo Charlie Golf.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, cleared to Taimehri via the Puddle 1 Alpha departure, then as filed. Runway 07, initial climb 4000, departure on 119.05, squawk 4777.
Cleared via the PUDMI 1 Alpha departure, then is filed. Runway 07, initial climb 4000, departure on 119.05, squawk 4777, citation 0 Delta X-ray.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, read back correct.
Okay, so 07. PUDM 1
Hey
Alpha.
folks, welcome on our trip to Chetty Jagan International Airport. I'm Emma, and I'll be looking after you today. Please take your seats and stow your hand luggage comfortably. If you need any assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you for flying with us.
$408 passengers. Fuel computation's not really working. Okay, it was 100 at 5. Temperature was not that hot, but 1014. The departure elevation's 43. Rotate at 130. Climb, cruise, descent. Okay. Let's get our flaps. 15. Trims. Belém ground, citation 750 Delta X-ray is ready for push and start.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Push and start approved. Face southwest.
Push and start approved, face southwest. Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Okay, so southwest is that way. Park brake release. Hold. Beacon on. Or whoa. Right engine start. Holy moly.
Folks, we'll be getting underway shortly, so please make sure your seatbelt is fastened and any loose items are secured. I'll now take a moment to share some important safety information. Please pay close attention as it contains crucial details even for frequent flyers. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tip into the buckle until you hear a click. To tighten, pull the strap. To release, lift the buckle. Remember, your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the sign is illuminated. Please ensure your seat backs are upright and your personal items are stowed. Mobile phones and electronic devices should be set to flight mode, and larger devices must be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Smoking, including e-cigarettes, is prohibited on board. If needed, oxygen masks will drop from above.
Leads off.
Pull the mask towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Secure your mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat. To use, pull it out, put it over your head, and inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Floor level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked.
Landing gear.
In the event of an evacuation,
Fire.
please leave all personal belongings behind
Thrust
and
reverser.
follow crew instructions immediately.
Flap.
If
Check.
any electronic device
Windshield
becomes hot
temp.
or shows signs of damage, please inform me right away.
Check.
The safety information
Overspeed.
card in your seat
Check.
pocket contains all details. Thank
Angle
you
of
for your
attack and
attention.
stick shaker. Check. Annunciator lights. Good. Done with tests. Belém ground citation 750 Delta X-ray is ready to taxi you with information X-ray.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Runway 07 taxi via Bravo. Hold short of runway 07.
Runway 07 via Bravo. Hold short runway 07, citation 0 Delta X-rays. So a pretty easy departure above 2,500 and off we go following ATC instructions out of here. I don't know what we're gonna get on the receiving end because the runways changed supposedly what's gonna be allowed. My guess is they'll probably give us 6. So hopefully if we're doing that, we'll get SISEX here. Probably the Zulu. And there's no arrivals, so that's probably what that'll look like, would be my guess. All right, looking at taxi. I don't know what they mean via Bravo. We're going to 07 here. I'm just gonna go up here to Echo, I guess, and hope they figure it out. Right, parking brake off. Steering and brakes good. Okay, Let's go. Takeoff mode on, nav and VNav armed. Vents, cabin pressure set, anti-ice we don't need. Trim, flaps confirmed, yaw dampener, mock trim. Transponder and TCAS are set. Now, interestingly, this is 06, but Belém ground, citation 750, holding short, runway 07.
Citation 0, Delta X-ray, cross runway 07. Then continue taxi via runway 07. Taxi hold short of runway 25.
I do not understand what they're trying to do. Belém Tower, citation 750 Delta X-ray, holding short runway 07, ready for departure. Let's see if that works. In which case, we want to get our...
Citation 750 Delta, X-ray, Belém Tower, runway 07, wind calm, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 07, citation 0 Delta X-ray. Right, pitot heat on. Verified thrust reversers, check. Co-pilot, you have the comms.
I've got the comms now. Let's get ready for takeoff.
On runway 7 remaining. 9,000 feet.
Okay. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. V1 rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Flaps to 5. Throttling back. Flaps up. Gears up, flaps retracting.
Contact departure.
Contacting departure, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Belém departure, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon, climbing through 1000.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, Belém departure, radar contact. Climb flight level 1 to Modelo.
Climb flight level 120, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Auto throttle on. Okay, coming up on 10,000.
Dear guests, the use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. I will be starting our cabin service shortly. Thank you for your attention.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, climb flight level 200.
Climbing flight level 200. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, contact Amazonica Center on 123.905.
Contacting Amazonica Center on 123.905. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Amazonica Center, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon. Climbing through flight level 160 for flight level 200.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Amazonica Center identified. Good afternoon. Climb flight level 280.
Amazonica Center 811, flight level 190.
280, citation 750 Delta
Amazonica
X-ray.
Center identified. Citation 0 Delta X-ray, climb flight level 360.
Climbing flight level 360, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Traffic 10 o'clock and 10 miles, opposite direction.
Looking for the traffic, 811.
So my goal is to get better at smoothing out that initial part of the climb so it doesn't flatten out. I didn't quite catch it, but did a little bit better than it would have, I think. Alright, we have a little bit of a cruise today, a little bit further than it's been the past few legs, not as long as some of them. Guessing a lot of this is the Amazon. Not 100% sure where it starts and ends, but so everybody look at the map here. So this is kind of the Amazon right here itself. And I'm guessing, I mean, that's the Amazon River, I should say. And Amazon overall, I think, is a lot of this area. But like I say, I don't know exactly what its extents are or whatever, but I assume this is Amazon. And then we're going to be flying over the kind of the delta here. see, if we look at our... Nope. That is the old one. This is this one. Yep. So this is this leg. The next leg we head out over the Caribbean. So 1, 2, 3 legs in the Caribbean. 4th one, South Shore. Across Texas. I don't know what this is. Ah, Roswell, New Mexico. Sense. And then last few hops, stopping in my favorite Sitka here. There's a little regional airport over here. And then a bit of a long haul back to here unless we do something else. But I really like the idea of 77 legs, so we'll see how it goes. But that is what remains. It's been a long journey, and of course we moved this one from Troll up to here just because that's such a long flight for very little reward. We got the Navigograph with the tracks now. Very cool. Of course, we took the far northern route there, hitting some kind of interesting places up through here. But yeah, coming up towards the end. So it's saying arrivals.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, climb flight level 380.
Climbing flight level 380, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay, we're in flight level change mode, auto throttle, so we should be good. Alright, so back to this. Arrivals on 6 and 11. So I've currently got 6 loaded up. Light winds. Thunderstorms. Ceilings are going to be 14, 15, looks like. Overcast at 34 for sure. Temperature 24. QNH 1015. Let's just say we've got information Charlie right now. And at 70 at 4, 24 degrees, 1015 QNH. And transition level 40. So low, Aram. So we need to keep the weather thing in mind. Here comes the Amazon Delta area. Very cool. What are we doing on
Dear
climb?
Guests, the cabin crew will now begin the snack and beverage service. I highly recommend trying our signature gourmet cheese platter and refreshing fruit juices. After the service, I will have some delightful items available from our shop for you to browse. Thank you for flying with us.
let's see, we just passed PUDMI, so let's just check in on our... Uh, 5,700, we're at 5,900, so we are good on fuel burn. And I bet if we go here, we'll see, yeah, excess of 2,000. Fighting a bit of a headwind though. All right, we are at cruise.
Amazonica Center, Gold Transport 1731 with you, flight level 240. Gold Transport 1731, good afternoon. Gold Transport 1731, any ride reports for us up there? Moderate chop, we've requested higher, Gold Transport 1731.
I don't know if this plane has turbulence disabled in its flight model or something, but we never have any turbulence in this plane. I think that's one reason I like flying it. So ground speed's 493. Which puts us at just over an hour top of descent. It was 24 and 1015. Okay, elevation's 90 feet. Pretty flat runway. That'll drop, and that will drop. Sorry, that one. 134 right now. It'll be about 125. Maybe a little higher if we have extra fuel. I forgot this is on. I hate to do this, but I'm gonna turn it off. HUD. Where is it? I wish this would go away. There we go.
2941, identified. Azul 2941, traffic 2 o'clock, 10 miles, opposite direction, and Airbus 320 at flight level 240.
Azul 2941.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Contact Cayenne Center on 126.9er.
Contacting Cayenne Center on 126.9er. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Cayenne Center, Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon, maintaining flight level 380.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Cayenne Center identified. Good afternoon. Citation 0 Delta X-ray. I'll start your descent in about 20 minutes. Feel free to ask if you'd like it sooner. Citation 0 Delta X-Ray, contact Paramaribo Center on 123.9er.
Contacting Paramaribo Center on 123.9er. Citation 750 Delta X-Ray. Paramaribo Center, Citation 750 Delta X-Ray. Good afternoon, maintaining flight level 380.
Citation 750 Delta X-Ray, Paramaribo Center, identified. Greetings.
So apparently there's this giant reservoir here. There's a city of the same name, but I think it's the name of the body of water as well, Brocopondo. It's huge. Put the weather up over here, I guess. Okay, we're on Information Echo. And we've got 340 at 6. Does that match down here? Yes. 346. And let's see. Overcast at 3423. QNH 1016. still thunderstorms. Okay, SISEX. I'm gonna put this over here. One thing we want to do, I want to go ahead and put this other VOR in. It's going to be 1135. And that should come up as TIM at some point. And then the ILS is going to be ITIM on 1093. We'll leave that auto. We have information echo.
I'll let them know we have information echo.
Paramaribo Center, Citation 750 Delta X-ray, information echo received.
No, wrong time. That's for later.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray identified. Good evening.
Okay, we're gonna go 290 on the minimums. We got about 5 minutes to top a descent. We're looking for 1,800 to catch the glide slope at Algrom. So let's look at Algrom. We need to clear that. There's Algrom, so let's slow down at that point for sure. We also want to slow down here. I think right after SISEX. D125K, yep, that's the one, so let's go 210 there. That is not right. That is not right. 113.5. There we go. Prepare the cabin for descent.
Copy, Captain. I'll prepare the cabin for descent now.
Citation 0, Delta X-ray. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend. Flight level 270. Descending flight level 270 when ready. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
And now I'll call for
Citation
descent.
0, Delta X-ray. Descend. Flight level 270. Descending flight level 270. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Folks, we have left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Citation International Airport. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Descend flight level 160. Descending flight level 160, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay, we're getting close to top of descent. To the
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, descend flight level 040. Descending flight level 040, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Anyway, I was trying to say we're getting close to the vertical path, top of descent. We're already descending, obviously. Not seeing any thunderstorms here.
Whiskey X-ray with you at flight level 160.
8 Whiskey X-ray, identified. Good evening. 8 Whiskey X-ray, traffic 2 o'clock, 20 miles, an Airbus 320, crossing left to right at flight level 180.
Got no visual, 8 Whiskey X-ray.
8 Whiskey X-ray, climb to flight level 200, report level.
Flight level 200, 8 Whiskey X-ray.
Nine Romeo Delta with you at flight level 170.
9 Romeo Delta, identified. Citation 0 Delta X-ray, contact Georgetown Control on 124.2. Contacting Georgetown Control on 124.2. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Georgetown Control, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon. Descending flight level 240 for flight level 040.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, Georgetown Control identified. Good afternoon.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, contact time area approach on 119.4.
Contacting Temeri approach on 119.4. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Temeri approach, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon, descending flight level 190 for flight level 040.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, time area approach, identified. Good afternoon. Expect the ILS Zulu runway 6 approach into time area.
Expecting the ILS Zulu runway 6 approach into Temeri. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, turn left heading 290, vectors for the ILS Zulu runway 6 approach.
Left heading 290, vectors for the ILS Zulu runway 6 approach. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, descend 3000.
Descending to 3000, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay, that's coming up. I don't think we're going to need anti-ice by the time we get down there. We'll brush through a few clouds, but we'll keep an eye out. It doesn't look like there's that much really in our way. We're gonna use speed brakes here to slow us down.
Folks, we're beginning our final approach into Georgetown, so please turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away and ensure your seats are in their full upright position with your seat belts fastened. The weather at Citation International Airport is currently 23 degrees Celsius with thunderstorms and rain. Our assigned parking is General Aviation Parking Stand 10. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, oil, slats coming out. And flaps 5. Okay, lights are all on. We're all set. Pressure's coming down. CPU is running. A little bit of a storm cell here now.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, turn right heading 015.
Right heading 015, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Right into the storm.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, speed 200 knots.
Speed 200 knots. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay, they need to be letting us descend now so that we can catch the ILS here, but no. Okay, now we're above the glide slope.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, 4 miles from Ogram. Maintain present heading. Descend altitude 1,800 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS Zulu Runway 6 approach, QNH 1015.
Maintain present heading. Descend to 1800 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS Zulu Runway 6 approach, QNH 1015. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, contact primary tower on 118.3.
Contacting to Mary Tower on 118.3. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. To Mary Tower, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon on the ILS Runway 6 approach.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, Mary Tower, roger, continue approach.
So I'm not the only one that overshoots. It overshoots too.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, runway 06, wind 340 at 6, cleared to land.
Runway 06, cleared to land. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay, let's go autopilot off. Okay, we got a little bit of a crosswind from the left currently. We're gonna slow way down.
6.
Flaps. Gear. Not that much. And full flaps. Yaw dampener auto throttle off. Spoilers, nose wheel down reversers, that would appear to be an intersecting
Approaching runway 29.
See where they want us to exit here.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, welcome to Time Area, exit at Alpha if able. Contact ground on 121.7.
Exit at Alpha if able. Contacting ground on 121.7. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay, this is Kilo, then
Canary
Alpha.
ground, Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon, cleared of runway. Ready to taxi to the gate.
Spoilers, flaps up.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, Timehri ground, taxi to General Aviation Parking Stand 10 via Alpha Charlie, hold short of runway 29er.
Apparently I missed Alpha.
Folks, welcome to Georgetown. Did you know that the
General
Citation
Aviation Parking
International
Stand 10
Airport
via Alpha Charlie. Hold short of runway 29er.
Thank you for flying
Citation
with us
750
today.
Delta
Please remain
X-ray.
seated until we've come to a complete stop. On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with Air Charter
Approaching
Services.
runway
The
24.
local time here is 4:37 in the afternoon. For those connecting, please note the following. Flight 250 to New York departs at 6:15 from Gate A, and Flight 310 to Toronto departs at 6:45 from Gate B.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where they want us to go here. Alright, well, strobe off, landing lights off, weather radar off, taxi lights stay on, this is all on, we'll go ahead and go max AC. Sky Ops, we've arrived and the mission is completed. They don't believe me.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, cross runway 29er.
Cross runway 29er. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
I guess we should get our strobes and landing lights back on.
Approaching runway 29. Approaching runway 6.
Camary ground, citation 750 Delta X-ray, holding short runway 6 to cross.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, cross runway 06, then continue taxi via Alpha Charlie.
Cross runway 06, then continue via Alpha Charlie. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Parking brake on. Taxi light off. Weather radar's already off. Navs can come off. This is all good. That's gonna come off. Seat belts can come off. These will stay on. Verify our pressure is good. We are clear to open the cabin doors. SkyOps, we've arrived and the mission is completed. Nope, I don't think that's gonna do it. Nav tune 12211. SkyOps, we've arrived and the mission is completed.
Great job on completing the mission. Your efforts are appreciated and have made a positive impact.
Almost forgot. Avionics off. I don't know what this is supposed to be. But there we are. And I will catch you next time.